Good morning, all. Happy Saturday, grand rising, all of the things, y'all. I'm back and I'm gonna start doing my readings. I decided that the weekends are just easier for me, so I'm gonna start trying to do them in the mornings. So if you are new to my channel, first and foremost, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing. This is where we talk about all things spirituality, tarot, metaphysical, the occult, and all of those things. So if that is your cup of tea, you come to the right place. All right. Also, this morning I'm doing both paid and free readings. So if you're coming in here just immediately looking for a free reading, you might get disappointed. Donation readings are a priority. You can use Super Chat to send a donation. Priorities are donations. Free readings, I will do them as I feel called to do them, okay? So, also, if you're wanting a free reading to distinguish between the people who have donated and the people who have not, make sure you put either a green heart for paid, pink heart for free, all right? I had to get my card off the floor. So before we get started, I'm going to pull some collective messages, y'all. But let me, hang on. Excuse me. Let me just light my sage real quick. So I just recently moved, you guys, and I'm still in the organization process of setting up my tarot area in this room. This room does not have any decorations in it at all. Because like I said, I just recently moved like 3 weeks ago. And there's been so much going on that I haven't decorated yet, but decorations are coming. Y'all gonna slowly start seeing the room like, oh, she got curtains up. Oh, she's got pictures up. Oh. So bear with me, y'all. We working through it. We are working through it. All right. So let me go ahead and start by lighting my sage, and then I'll get into readings. Hi, I have no idea what you're talking about. This is a tarot channel. I read tarot. I'm a tarot reader, so I'm not really sure what you're asking. I'm confused. Like I said, anybody hopping in who would like a reading, donations are priority. You can send a super chat, you guys. Super chat is available on my channel, so if you want to send a super chat, you definitely can. Hi, Power. Welcome to my channel if you're new. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys. Yeah, WTF means what the fuck. That's what it means. That's what that means, those initials. But you could always Google an abbreviation if you don't know what it means. You can always Google it. All right. Ashes from Sage, y'all. T-Pose, get off my live stream. The person asked me a question and I answered it. Get off my live stream. Okay, y'all. I'm not playing these games this morning. If you're not here for a tarot reading, get out of my live stream. I'm telling y'all now, if you are not here for a tarot reading, get out of my live stream. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. All right, y'all. You're about to get blocked. You keep spamming up my chat. You're about to get blocked. Keep playing with me. All right, y'all. I can burn sage and do whatever I choose to do on my channel. This is my channel, T Posse. Find something safe to do. You heard exactly what I said. Find somebody else's channel to play on and get off my live stream. All right. But for the people who are actually here for something valid and serious, like I said, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up, you guys. And then also, if you want to ask a question, like I said, I'm only going to do free readings as I feel called to do them. If you send a donation, a super chat, Cash App, or PayPal, I will get to your reading like that. But you got to drop a green heart so that I know that you actually sent it. And then you need to let me know what method of payment you use so I can look up your username. Because I don't have my iPad. It's downstairs charging, so I can't see notifications as it comes through. All right. Let's start off with some collective ancestral messages from the spirit guides and ancestors. This is one of my favorite oracle decks. I've had it for like the past 3-4 years. This is my Angels and Ancestors Oracle by Kyle Gray. If you've never heard of this oracle deck, like, it's a really good one. It's one of my go-tos. Hey, Aisha love. I decided to go live for a little bit this morning. I'll probably do it again tomorrow morning too. Because trying to go live during the week has just proven not successful for me. But yeah, what I'm doing is anybody who's coming into the live stream for readings, if they're wanting a free reading, they need to drop a green heart. I mean, a pink heart for free and then green for paid. And they can use super chat. Super chat is available, so send a super chat, you guys. If you want your reading done immediately, send a super chat, drop a green heart, like I said, and let me know like what method of payment that you use. Super chat, Cash App, whatever. Aisha is one of my moderators, y'all. So if y'all have any questions, she will answer it for you about how it works. Please be respectful and kind to the people who are in the middle of their reading. Like, please don't interrupt while someone is getting their reading, because it keeps the reading, it drags it out. And you have so many people that are needing a reading, so I'm trying to keep it quick. Quick questions, going through my list, all right? So drop a pink heart if you're wanting a quick reading, or a green heart if you paid, all right? Hi Gina, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That's number one. Show your girl some love and energetic exchange. That's the least you can do if you're wanting a free reading on my channel, is subscribe and hit that thumbs up. That's one of the best things you could do. Number two, right? Like I said, if you are wanting a reading, you can send a donation and send it to Aisha just dropped the links to my PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat, whichever one you prefer, okay? All right, Spirit, what are the collective messages for the collective today? What messages do we have for the collective? Oh, we have Fire Guardian. This is great because we just exited Aries season, so we are now into Taurus season. So the first one we have is the Fire Guardian. And this is about following your passions. What are you passionate about? What motivates you in life, right? What motivates you in life? That's what Spirit wants you guys to know. Like, follow your passions. What brings you peace? What brings you joy? What excites you? What gets you going and motivates you? That's another one. We also have the Snake, about shedding old skin, releasing things. It's okay, Aisha love. Don't even stress, because most people can at least send it through PayPal, or they can send it through Super Chat. Super Chat is still available. So shedding old skin, letting go of what no longer serves you, finding your joy, find what motivates you. Those are the spirit guide messages for the collective, right? And then we have Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Follow your intuition. Don't ignore your intuition in situations. This can save us a lot of heartache if we actually follow this, right? So those are the three. Those are the three that came out for the collective. All right. I'm up live. All right, so I'm about to pull cards for the collective, y'all. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, you guys. So those were ancestral messages. These messages are going to be love messages for the collective. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. We've got casual dating. So some of you guys might be getting back into dating again. Casual dating. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it's not your message. I also have emotionally vulnerable. So if you are casually dating, right? If you are casually dating, you may be, you actually have done your inner work. You have done the work that it takes to be ready for a relationship. You're emotionally vulnerable. You're emotionally available. And you're looking for someone who can match that energy. We have Sugar Rush of Love. Yeah, somebody who, some of you guys will be meeting somebody who actually is very much a sweetheart. Somebody who is like a gentleman or just very respectful and kind and a loving person. And this person is going to be somebody that you actually enjoy being around or talking to on the phone, whatever the case may be. We have hidden emotions. Some of y'all may struggle with this too. Opening up emotionally, being emotionally vulnerable, or they might. Take the energy as it resonates, but either you may struggle with opening up a little bit emotionally, or this person could. So just be aware of that. If this is your situation, if it resonates, just be aware of somebody like not fully expressing how they feel or struggling to open up about things that kind of are on an emotional, you know what I mean? From an emotional space. We have damaged heart, and this could be why. This makes a lot of sense. We have damaged heart. So if this is you, this could be why, because you've been through a lot. So it may take you some time. Be patient with yourself and be patient with your person. If it takes you time to open up emotionally, it could be because of the things that you've been through in your past relationships. And that can make it a little bit more difficult to open up or to trust. But you have to go into the situation knowing that this is a completely different person. It's a completely different situation. And this person deserves the same chance that you gave the last person. The last person probably showed their ass, treated you with disrespect, and proved themselves to be untrustworthy. This is a new person if you are dating, right? So keep in mind that everybody has a story. Everybody has been through something, some form of trauma, some form of whatever it is. So if they're a little bit hesitant to open up, give it time. Give it time. Time not only heals things, but it also tells things. It helps you understand people from a different perspective when you give it time. All right. We have obsession and infatuation. Be aware of this, because sometimes this type of energy can give like stalker. It can give like the person is they just, how do I put it? It gives stalker. It gives somebody who is not that love bombing. That's the word. Love bombing. It's like this person will tell you anything. They will lie just so that they could be in a relationship with you. Be mindful of this. Somebody who, like, if you're just starting to date somebody and they're just overly complimenting you or just constantly like, oh, I just, I like you so much, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, be mindful of that, because people sometimes will love bomb you just to get what they want. And the intentions are not pure. The intentions are not genuine. So I have obsession, infatuation. So if this resonates, y'all, Spirit is warning you to be mindful of love bombers. Love bombers, yes, flattery. Saying anything and everything in the book to try to get you to give in to them. It's giving energy vampire. That's exactly what it's giving. Somebody who's there to siphon off of your energy and to take whatever they can get out of the situation. Mind you, they don't even like you as a person. They don't like your personality. They really don't care for you at all. But you have something of value that this person wants from you. So they'll tell you anything they think that you want to hear. So be aware of that. Be aware of it. That's why I say you have to give things time, because you can tell someone's intentions over time. You can start to see a pattern of behavior that gives you an indicator. Okay, this person is for real. This person is genuine. Like, this person is here for long term. They're not just here to get something and dip, basically. And look, before I start shuffling, on the bottom of the deck, I have Up in Smoke. I don't know if y'all can see that card. Spirit don't lie. The cards don't lie. Because if somebody is doing this and they're love bombing you and they're just saying all kinds of stuff, to get into your energy, eventually it's all the true colors are gonna show. You're gonna see it. Because eventually, if you are smart and you pay attention and you trust your intuition, as you should, you're going to see the signs. You're going to see the signs. Because as soon as you do something that pisses that person off or upsets that person, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. It's like, oh, well, I thought I was just the greatest woman that you ever met in your life. Now you have a problem. Hello, Rainbow Girl 8. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please thumbs up the live stream. And if you feel called to, please subscribe. But you see what I'm saying? So if you meet a love bomber, the best way to weed them out, piss them off. Say something that is just out of pocket. See how they respond to it. I bet you they're not feeling so lovely about you then. I bet you they're not all head over heels for you then. Do something, say something, or do something that they don't like, that they don't agree with, because then you can see, oh, okay, how are they going to handle this conflict? How are they going to handle this disagreement? The love was never really genuine or pure to begin with. They were just here to benefit themselves out of this situation. You'll start to see it. Card flew out. Realization. Realization. And you'll start to realize the more you date and the more you talk to people, you'll start to realize that very few people actually are good people. Actually are genuinely good people, have good souls, good spirits, good intentions. A lot of people are operating from a place of trauma, a place of survival, and a place of codependency. How does Ari feel about you? Yes. Yes, you can. Drop a pink heart. If you're new to the channel and you're just joining the live stream, feel free to drop a pink heart down below, you guys. Donations are priority, and if you scroll upwards in the chat, Aisha, she dropped the links, but my super chat is always open as well. So. See, offer of love. This is what they do. They'll come in and say, oh, you know, I really miss you. I really love you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, what do you want? You haven't been around here consistently for a while. You pop in and out, and then you know, we have forgiveness. The person may say, oh, I'm sorry if I overreacted, blah, blah, blah. Here you are, happy and content. I feel like this is y'all's energy, happy and content. And Spirit's like, leave it up in the air. Leave it up in the air so that you can see what the person would rather do. Okay? Let me see, Rainbow Girl. How does Ari feel about you? Yo, these are simply major arcanas. The Hermit card, Ari is kind of not not interested right now. Ari is kind of keeping to herself. If this is a female, the Hermit card, not really ready to come out of her shell. Not really ready to talk about anything right now. Feels like things have ended. The Death card also came out, the Hermit and the Death card. So it's almost like withdrawing her energy. If she's not talking, there's a reason. If you want to talk, you'll need to reach out. That's what you'll need to do. Death and Hermit are here. So it's like she's pulling back her energy for whatever reason. She could have things going on external, like outside of your connection. Oh, he's a guy. Okay. Or he. Yeah, there could be things going on external outside of your connection that he's dealing with. But he's kind of like pulled his energy back from this situation. Death and the Hermit card are here. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, he's trying to balance some things out. Could be emotionally, could be financially. Try to balance some things out because I have the Temperance card is here. Are you guys like in no contact? Is that why you were curious to know? Okay. Yeah, but collective, the first card I got for the collective was casually dating. If you're not casually dating and you are wanting to be in a connection with someone, you should date. Put yourself out there. But like I said, use discernment, trust your intuition, take your time. Could be. If you don't feel like you're getting the most from him in the connection, it could be a lot. It could be a lot going on that he's just not saying or that he's dealing with and he's not ready to talk about. That happens. Like, you know how you get those texts that are, those text messages or those phone calls that are very brief, like, oh, I just called to check on you. I hope everything's good, blah, blah, blah. And then you don't hear from the person for days or weeks at a time. They're not really that interested. Because somebody who's interested is going to carry on a regular, consistent communication with you. You know what I mean? Like they're going to call you regularly. They're going to text you regularly. They're going to want to see you in person. They're going to want to make plans. Those are the actions of an individual who are intentional and who is actually interested. You know what I mean? Texting someone, good morning, beautiful, doesn't, you know what I mean? That doesn't really, or WYD, what are you doing? That doesn't really indicate interest. You know what I mean? And then you say, oh, I'm out paying bills. Oh, that's what's up. What do you mean, sir? What do you mean by that? Like, I need a real conversation. That's not a real conversation. Or I'm out taking care of things or whatever. Oh, without me? Well, let's see. I haven't heard from you in days or weeks. So you're an adult. If you really wanted to be involved, you would have talked about setting something up for us to spend quality time together, but you haven't. So there's that, right? Set boundaries. When you're dating, please set boundaries. Please set boundaries and please have standards. If you have a standard, let's say you meet somebody on the apps, right? All these people that talk about, oh, the apps are so bad, the dating apps are so bad. That's because they had a bad experience, right? Don't let people deter you from what it is you desire because of their negative, bad experiences. And this is funny because I was having this conversation with my fiance, I think last week. People love to complain. They love to talk about the bad in things, right? It's like if you have a business and you're trying to advertise your business, people, if you do one thing wrong, right? You have a service-based business where you provide a service to the general public. You do one thing wrong or you mess up an order or something's not right, people will love to complain. Same thing on the apps. People go here a lot of times out of pure desperation because they're looking for love, and they go onto the apps and they're looking for people. Mind you, a lot of people have been through hell in their lives, not just their childhood, but even in past relationships, or they're divorced, or they're co-parenting. And all these people are on the internet looking for someone. So you meet this person and this person is not what you're looking for. And so then they have a bad experience, or the person stands them up, or the person catfishes them or ghosts them. So now they're running around telling everybody, oh, don't get on dating apps. They're all horrible, and that's not everybody's experience. Then you have people who are like, I met the love of my life on Facebook, of all places. No one ever expected that to happen. Or I met him on Tinder and we've been married and we have 2 beautiful children and we just bought our first home. Nobody talks about the good side. All you hear is these horror stories. Yeah, this girl met this guy on the app and she ended up dead. She got kidnapped. She got abducted and they couldn't find her for days. And like, people love to drag out the negative scenarios. But then when there's a great ending, you don't hear too much about it. Like, they actually met, they actually talked, they actually dated, they decided, oh, we want to be together, and they lived happily ever after. No one's going to tell you that. Oh, really, Rainbow Girl 8? Your friend met her husband on Facebook? It happens. It happens. See, it happens. And I don't know, people tend to, once they have a bad taste in their mouth for something, they spread that to other people. So this is all to tell you, do what feels right for you. Don't allow other people's negative experiences keep you from living your life and having an experience of your own, because each person's experience is going to be different, right? Each person's experience. That's just like, I don't know if it's just because I'm engaged, but I hear so much negative rhetoric about marriage. Oh, marriage is just a piece of paper. It's not that serious, blah, blah, blah. Just because you had a divorce and your marriage failed and it didn't work out doesn't mean that everybody else's story is going to be the same. You see what I'm saying? So don't come over here projecting that negativity onto me because you had a bad marriage. Your marriage failed, whatever happened. Sometimes it's not even infidelity. Sometimes those people are just not compatible, and that's okay. You know what I mean? You may end up marrying somebody who you're just not compatible with. Y'all decide to go your separate ways. No bad blood. Heaven forbid that happen, because everybody wants to tell a bad story. Everybody wants to complain about a bad experience. It's okay. That's life. Sometimes you have bad experiences. Sometimes you have great experiences. You go on a trip. Let's say you go to Miami and you have a hell of a good time, but then somebody else goes to Miami and they say it was a nightmare from hell. They had a girls trip. It was horrible. The food was bad. The customer service, the room service was bad, but that's not everybody's story. You know what I mean? That's not everybody's story. And I wish more people would highlight the good experiences, because life is short. Life is short to be focused on all of the bad things that are happening. You know what I mean? You have two exes, and then you meet someone that is very kind, very loving. He's a provider. He's a protector. He is someone who professes his love for you. He's consistent. He communicates like an adult. Great person, great guy. But if all you talk about are your past 3 exes, no one's ever going to hear the good side. No one's ever going to know if the person you're currently with is a good person, because you're stuck in the past. You're stuck on whatever happened in the past. So all of that to say, don't let anybody else's negative experiences make you miss out on your great ones. Same thing with restaurants. You go somewhere to eat for the first time, and it could either be a really good experience or it could be a bad experience. It just depends. It just depends on what's going on that day, who's there, and what they got going on. Everybody's experience is not going to be the same. And it's hard because we live in a society now, in this day and age, where everything is like at the fingertips of everyone, and people are so quick to run to the internet and run to Facebook and run to social media to post any and everything, especially the bad. So as soon as they have a bad experience, they're like, oh, it was trash. I hated it. Blah, blah, blah. He didn't even open the door for me on our first date. He didn't bring me flowers. Blah, blah, blah. Mind you, you don't hear the other person's side of the story. Also keep that in mind. A lot of times we only hear one side of the story. This person is telling their side of the story. She's talking about how he took her to the Cheesecake Factory and it was horrible. She didn't like it, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, before they even had the date, he may have asked her, he may have given her options. Is there a particular place that you would like to go? You know, is there a specific type of food that you'd like to eat? And she was like, well, I'll leave that up to you. See what I'm saying? And now she gets there and she's pissed off. But it's her own fault, because she had a chance to open her mouth and say, well, I prefer seafood, you know what I mean? Or I prefer barbecue. But he gave her the option. But now she's going to get on her TikTok and Facebook and talk trash about this man when this man gave her a chance to say what she preferred. A lot of times you only hear one side of the story. And the man was like, I was there to pick her up. She wasn't ready. She was still getting dressed when I showed up. But she's going to get on Facebook and be like, it took him forever, blah, blah, blah. Like, you see what I'm saying? So you have to be careful of what you see and what you hear. Not everything is a full story. Not everything is fully true. And a lot of things are just people's own personal experience. It really goes for anything across the board. Same thing with parenting. People who have children will tell you, you know, my kids are the best thing that ever happened to me. You know, I don't regret having my kids. And then there's other people who are like, I regret it 10,000 times. Everybody's experience is different. Or I love my kids, but XYZ. I love my kids, but, see what I'm saying? Or they're married. I love my husband. I love my wife, but, see? That's life. Good and bad experiences are a part of life. And so you can't let fear from other people, fear from other people's experiences. Fear is a problem. Fear is a problem. Fear will keep you from having the audacity that it takes to get what you want. You're afraid to speak up. You're afraid to set boundaries. You're afraid to tell people no. You're afraid to be unavailable and shut your phone off. You're afraid to take a day off. You're afraid to go on vacation because you're afraid that if you go on vacation, somebody else is going to do your job. No one really cares. Fear. You have to get rid of the fear. Get rid of the fear. Take a leap of faith. Do what you feel you need to do. Right? Because who's going to stop you at this big grown age? I'm almost 40. Who's going to stop you? If I decided today that I wanted to up and move to Minnesota, who's going to stop me? You see what I'm saying? I could if I wanted to. I'm selling all my worldly possessions and I'm moving to Minnesota. You see what I'm saying? The only thing that would be stopping me is my own hesitation, my own fears internally. Nobody else can stop. You know what I mean? Like, get rid of fear. Fear will hold you back from doing a lot of things. And I have been doing readings for 5 years for people as a professional tarot reader, and I swear, just when I think I've heard it all, I have not. I've heard people, oh, well, I'm afraid to leave this situation because it's usually an excuse, not a reason. I'm afraid to let this go because of the kids, or I'm afraid to, I'm afraid to start this new journey or give this person a chance. Yep, age will too. I feel like, though, the older you get, the less tolerance for BS you have. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with children. All that hollering and screaming and carrying on that they do. You like, stop that. Stop it. The older you get, the less patience you tend to have for nonsense, which is a good thing. Because when you're young, a lot of times you're naive, you're more gullible. You're more easily to be manipulated because you haven't had a lot of experience. But as you have experiences throughout your life, you learn people and you learn how people move, and you learn people have different motives for things, and you try to feel them out because you don't have the time and the patience for nonsense. Nope, Aisha. If you have good skin and you have a high pain tolerance, baby, go for it. You only live once. That's just like people who like, oh, I save my jewelry for special occasions, or we only eat out of these dishes on special occasions. No, baby, eat out of them dishes now because you might not be here tomorrow. Eat out of them dishes today. Go on that date today. If you're dating with the intent to marry, baby, we're getting married within a reasonable amount of time. At least a couple years. Give it 2 years. Or at the end of a year, if you're able to do that. But don't waste time. Ain't nobody getting younger to be fooling around trying to figure out what somebody's intentions are, or I don't really know if I'm feeling this. Ain't nobody got 5 years to waste on you, sir. You better hurry it up. Because if you don't, somebody else will. Like, it's very simple. But if you want to get tattoos and piercings, baby, go right ahead. Go right on ahead. Some people have a high pain tolerance. I don't. That's why I don't have tattoos. But I have a scar. I don't know if y'all can see it. I have a scar here on my wrist, and I was thinking about getting like a little small one right here. But then I heard that because I had burned myself making grits. But then I heard that tattoos on your wrist can be very, very painful because it's a sensitive area. But I'm like, if it's small, it shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, there's a scar. You have 4. See, you have a high pain tolerance. You probably can talk, but you're also somebody's mama. You're somebody's mama. So you probably already have a high pain tolerance. Me, I am not one of God's strongest soldiers. So, but I wanted a small one to just like cover it here. Really small, nothing big at all, like 3 little butterflies here. But I'm like, you know what? I might be the person in the tattoo parlor hollering and carrying on because I've never had that before. But I heard that they use a numbing cream. I heard that that area hurts too. Your foot, your neck, your wrist. That's what I've heard. So I've heard. Where I'm going to pull some cards for y'all to see what should be the focus this upcoming week. Spirit, what should be the focus this upcoming week for the collective? Let's see what comes out, y'all, and I'm gonna hop right on off of here. I think I've been on here a good 40 minutes. Okay, I was gonna say a good 30 minutes because I'm gonna start cooking breakfast, but I got on here early. Okay, the 10 of Pentacles came out. Got you. Keep your mind on your money and your money on your mind this coming up week. Some of y'all will be receiving tax returns. Tax returns if you haven't already received it. Some of y'all may be getting new employment, but some financial opportunity is coming up this week. So focus on that this week. And also some type of commitment, a higher level commitment for the relationship girlies. Those of y'all who are dealing with somebody. 10 of Pentacles. What you've been asking for. Okay? That's number one. And then I also have the 6 of Swords. It's moving forward without regret. Because I have the 5 of Cups right behind it. Moving forward without regret. Moving forward without regret this week. Don't look back on anything that you left behind because it's left behind for a reason. All right? Going into this week. Whatever happened this past week, let it go. I have the Hierophant and also the 5 of Pentacles. Y'all can see these two. Okay. Keep in mind the 5 of Pentacles is a lack mentality, feeling like you're not good enough, your insecurities coming out. And the Hierophant is about seeking knowledge. Knowledge also of higher institutions, higher learning. But also it's about someone who's very knowledgeable, spirituality, religion. It's also about commitment. Values. What is your value system when it comes in regards to finances with the 5 of Pentacles? How are you managing your finances? And that's something to take a fine look at this week coming up. Your credit. How is that affecting you? That's something to consider as well. So those are my last 2 cards. And y'all, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up. And I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Hopefully same time, same place. Love y'all.